Hey Jane, how are you?
Hi, Jane.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted, Jane. We can see that.
Everything's good.
Good, good.
Oh,
Pajamas on.
how wonderful. How
I,
wonderful. I
I
had
got,
people coming in. Listen, I had people coming in their pajamas to class.
oh, okay. I,
Yes.
I thought I would wear them in the deep, dark January, but it's cold enough now.
It's cold now. That's why I'm wearing a scarf.
Oh, very good.
It's chilly. Yeah, it's chilly. But they say the next 2 days are going to be gorgeous. That's what I just saw.
Yes.
Yes. So we are okay. We can get through tonight.
hmm There's
Hey
Kenneth
Ken,
Kaufman.
Hi, Bob.
Hello.
Must be
this
a
is
friend of Bob.
my neighbor Ken. I just told them about how I broke the COVID etiquette by shaking your hand.
Oh, gosh.
Uh-oh.
That's okay.
Well, I have run into an elevator or two without a mask these days, but
Oh, my God. Oh, my
yes,
God.
horrible.
Oh, my God. How could you do that?
Introduce myself, Ken Kaufman. Bob and I have a mutual friend, and I don't know if your folks know Michael, but Michael Danemy
Michael,
is
Michael Gwynn?
Michael
No,
Danemy.
they don't know Mike.
Oh, they don't. Okay,
Oh,
very very good friend of both of ours, and I'm happy to. I've been trying to get in for the last few weeks, but timing just didn't work. Nice to see all of you.
yeah, nice to see
Do you
you.
do you have artwork?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah, I do. I do.
We should lead with him, Bob, I think.
Sure.
Bob,
Are you familiar with the how to display in Zoom using share screen?
I don't know that. The share screen or
Yeah. You get your artwork up in whatever program you use, like presumably Photoshop,
Right.
and then you go to share screen, and then it allows you to choose Photoshop, and then you use Photoshop as your display medium.
So is the share? In a large group like this, I've never seen this done before. Do you have to turn share screen over from host to the person, or?
No, you can do it yourself with the little share screen icon at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Good. Well, I'm new here, so you all talk and tell me, and I'm following suit here. I don't know what to.
All right.
is Janice coming?
I think so, but she's tardy. Ted had a household emergency.
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry to hear that.
Anders and Ron are not coming. So at 5 after, I think we should start.
Okay.
I have a little something to share.
Okay, and let's see, who has
Kim has something.
Ken, Kim.
Hi, Andy.
Andy, you have something?
I do.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Andy has something. Susan? No, you said you had nothing.
Well, I do, my website is updated, so you haven't seen that. I can put up my website, but I'm
Yeah,
not good
yeah.
at this share screen thing.
Okay.
Okay, Susan, good. And then probably Susan Plogue, the president of the Plastic Club, will join us later, and we'll go through the news at the Plastic Club. Oh, good, Ted's here.
Ted?
Hmm. Hey, Ted.
Hi, Ted.
I can't find your email. Can you send it to me?
Okay,
Muted.
I got to send another, I'll send it to you. I've got to send another invitation to Janice.
Janice? Isn't she in the apartment with you?
She is, but she needs the link.
Oh,
All the way down the hall.
yeah.
All right, let me figure out how to do this. So I'm going to step away for a moment.
Okay. We can chit chat. Can we chit chat? Is that what you'd like us to do?
Well, I have. Could I? again, being new, I've watched some of the older, the past sessions, so I recognize some of you from watching them, and I enjoyed them very much.
Okay.
But what are the mediums that folks use? I'd love to hear. What are we working in?
I paint in acrylics.
Paint and acrylics, great.
Me too.
Andy?
Me too.
I'm doing video stuff.
Video?
Oh,
Oh,
No,
good. I'd love
no.
to. I do some video also. I'd love to. Well,
No, but Andy,
great.
Andy,
Excellent.
you don't, no, Andy. No, Andy,
Am
you
I
do
wrong?
portraits.
Oh,
You do portraits.
Yeah, I'm a jack of all trades. I do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I do figure painting. I'm a cartoonist. What else do I do?
you do dessert
Um,
painting.
I do, yeah, I've done a little dessert painting. that only got so far. I began to realize that most desserts are brown, and I started to lose interest. Like you can find,
Not unless
the
they're
different
fruit.
colors, but yeah, fruit. I could switch to fruit, but
Fruit. Ice
I
cream,
don't know. It's something I did for a little while.
sorbet.
Suppose I could get back into it.
oh man, edible art. What could be better?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Can I be heard? Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Ted.
Yeah, I just want to say, I bet you can't juggle.
Ah, but there's where you'd be wrong. That's true. That's on the list too.
All right. I'm sending it to you, Janice.
I have a question, because we're right in the middle of it. Have you all thought about when you would prefer the workshops to continue in terms of what month or how long?
We talked about that in the board meeting,
Yeah,
and we talked about the ins and outs of how that would happen. I can't recall exactly, Bob. It seemed like we didn't settle on anything, but it would be up to the monitors.
oh,
Right, the monitors are doing test workshops.
Yeah.
And there were 2 dates that were looked at. One was in November and that was too soon.
yeah.
And the other one was January and people, that was a maybe.
Good heavens, Janice, you look ethereal.
Yeah. Hey,
You look
Janice.
like heavenly.
We can't
My
hear you.
goodness. Wow.
Are you muted, Janice?
I think you're muted.
Oh, is that your little voice? Janice, you better sign off and sign on again.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear
You're too
you.
ethereal.
And you're not muted. It's a
You're
problem
in
with
outer
your mic.
space. You're
Yeah, it looks
approaching
like it.
outer space.
It certainly looks that way.
Sound waves don't work in a vacuum. It just,
All right, so Janice,
there-
I suggest you sign off.
Is the little knob on your microphone turned on? The physical thing? Okay. All right, that's the
Oh, that's
extent of my
better.
knowledge.
Your voice improved, Janice. No. I suggest you end the session and then come back on.
Come down from heaven, Janice.
In other words, just leave Zoom, yes.
there we go.
And it's one of those weird computer things that seems to fix itself with the smallest piece of attention, and no one understands why.
Right. Well, even on the networks now that so much Zoom is being used so much, you see these interviews go kablooey, and
Yeah.
if they would just turn off and come back on, we may be able to hear the news a little better.
So we were introducing media. Ted
Yeah.
is sometimes Ted's a colorist, and Sometimes he uses pastel and sometimes paint and sometimes digital. And I mainly use digital.
Great.
Pretty much, I do digital right now. And if we have a show and tell, I'll just show a couple pieces that I've been working on.
Okay.
So,
Although you may want to, can you show your new lights while we're waiting for Janice to,
my new lights.
your new lights?
Lights, 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 lights.
Oh, okay. I'll show you my new lights.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
They're bright.
Yes, they are lights, Ted.
Yeah.
I think they'll do.
Speak, Janice.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
We can see you, but we can't see you. We can't see you, Janice.
I
I
can see her.
I
I
can
can't
see
see
her.
you, Janice.
I don't see her.
Yeah, if you scroll
Is
through
you-
the images, she's in there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're big now.
Wait, now you're gone.
I'm gonna take this.
All right, so let's start. Ken's the new guy.
Yeah,
Ken, neighbor and buddy of an old buddy. So why don't you start, Ken?
All right. Well, what I'd love to share today is I'm going to give you a few. I do photography and video, and the portraits and the photos I'm going to show you today are coming out in a book and are part of a video project that I did with a woman named Donna Teresi, who is the nurse practitioner director of a healthcare organization associated with Resources for Human Development. And she found herself mostly working with families, but she works with women a lot. And she found a lot of the women who had gone through various traumas in their lives, you name it, she noticed a lot of tattoos that were related to their trauma. And she started to talk to, in a therapeutic way almost, started to have these folks talk about, it was a way of entree to their psyche, so to speak. Tell me about your tattoo. And then she could help them in various ways. So then she realized she had an idea for a book, and she asked me if I'd like to do the photography. And then I said, I'd love to do the photography, but I'd also like to do a documentary on this. So that is how all this began. So we started doing the photography, but as it was starting to develop, I realized the tattoos, although were the main idea, they were in some cases not as important as, of course, their story. And I suggested we do the portraits in black and white, even though so much of tattoo photography, of course, is done in color for the obvious reasons. And I think they were fairly successful, and she liked the idea, and we went with it. Now, to share them with you, so Bob, you're saying if I hit share, which I just did. Oh, I see. Okay, that works.
Okay,
Now, what I'll do is, how about if I do it this way? Does everybody see that?
oh, nice, yeah.
okay, that's good.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm sure, I think I have an individual shot of every woman and occasionally two shots.
Wow.
So I won't go in, I mean, it would take too long to start going into stories about each one of these folks, but that's an example of, let me go back to, where is she? I do have there we go. Here's her actual portrait.
Is
Wow.
this in color, but it's shot in black and white?
Yeah, well, I shoot digitally. These are digital images, and I work in Photoshop pretty extensively, like a lot of us, and I, use the various functions to get that richness and turn them in. And I really love what you can do with Photoshop for black and white photos.
I guess my question is the actual tattoos on her arm, are they?
Oh, well,
color?
ask me the question one more time.
Are they
I'm
in
sorry.
color?
Oh yeah. And now some of them aren't, some of them are. I mean, in this particular woman's tattoos were monochrome. Yeah, they were dark.
Oh.
They were, yeah.
All right.
Here's
I love the diagonals in that.
Oh, good, yes, thank you.
I don't think we've seen anything like this in our share session.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Quite novel here.
Thank you. Thank you. So this, and of course, each one of these women's stories is just remarkable. Offhand, I'm going to forget some of them. This woman with her her poem on her arm, her arm was virtually ripped off by a dog attack. So that was her, but she loves dogs, and so that was her one. A brief version of her story.
Beautiful.
Thank you. This woman had a brain aneurysm, which caused her the obvious problems, and she had a lot of tattoos that were unrelated to it. The one right here of the it's a Lego man. It doesn't quite look like one, but bringing her back to her ability to think and her cognition coming back. Folks around her had her working with Legos, and they became significant to her, and therefore the tattoo.
Wow.
This woman is a works at the medical center and is the assistant to Donna. And this woman has just lost two children. Her story is so, I get choked up just thinking about it. Listening to her tell her story is beyond belief. It's just, I mean, we've all had traumas, I know, but some of these stories were
Heartbreaking.
This is a photo that's going to be on the cover of the book. And this woman would not allow her face to be shown. So I worked around it with different ways of shooting her.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks. And I wasn't intending on doing any nude photography of this topic at all. And this is the only photo with a bit of nudity in it, and her only tattoo. And she was just absolutely willing to bare her soul for the project and for the photography. And I thought it was a fairly...
Did you do the tattoos too?
It's beautiful.
Right.
Did you do the tattoos as well?
Did I, pardon me?
Did you do the tattoos? Did you
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm not no.
You're not a tattoo artist.
No, I'm not a tattoo artist.
Okay.
Again, we interviewed and did the video for the documentary first, and the women got into their stories, and it carried through to when I was then doing the still photography, and it just the expressions and the angst that came through often was quite amazing. This is the same woman talking about, and this was her story here. It's, at a later date, I may give you a little glimpse into some of these stories. So that's it for those.
Wow.
Beautiful.
very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, composition's terrific.
Yeah.
Jane, you're back. I mean, Janice, you're back on Earth.
I am.
Oh my Lord, and you can talk. We can hear you. When you were in heaven, we couldn't hear you.
See you and hear you, yes. Well, thank you for, I mean, it's great. No one has really seen this work yet. The editors have, and some of the book publishers. She's had Donna is taking, it's her book, and she's had she wanted self-published to begin with. And I don't know if any of you have gone through that route. It can be harrowing.
Yeah.
And she's now finding real publishers to work with. I mean, I was a little upset with papers that were available during self-publishing. I don't know if any of you have done it, but you've got to go to a real publisher to get the right paper. And for these photos on poor paper, nah. I said,
Right. Good point. Good point.
Yeah. Anyway,
What's the status of the video?
the video is, I'd say 99% done. I reviewed it recently. It's been with COVID and everything, we haven't been working on it. I did what I thought was a fairly tight edit. It's not a long video, so at some future date I could certainly share it if anybody wants to see it. But I've recently looked at it after a little hiatus, and I went, and I think it is, Andy, I think you may understand it. When you leave something for, and it's true for all of us, and you come back to it, you see your mistakes, you see, you know, so I'm going back in and doing even a tighter edit of it. But it as it sits right now, I feel happy to show it to anybody, but I found a lot that needs to come out.
Is there an intended destination for it? Do you plan on just posting it online? Is it going to go somewhere, submit it to something, that sort of thing?
Well, the video was my idea for Donna. She wasn't even thinking that. She just wanted to do a book. So festivals would be where my intended final destination for it. But we have already done 2 presentations at professional conferences. The book was not out, but the is still not out, but the video is done. So I've shown the video twice in a public setting and got a very nice review of it and accept. And it was wonderful because the story is so strong and the personalities are so amazing.
Wow.
When I work on my own projects, I tend to be concerned about permissions, you know, like, and you're supposed to think of this, and I know the people in my projects aren't going to sue or do anything ridiculous, but you still kind of want the paperwork right and that sort of a thing. Do you think of that, or is
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, even with the photographs, I mean, do you have your participants sign something, or do you get something in writing? Same with the video.
Well, my profession was photography. I've been a professional photographer my entire career. I'm basically retired now, but so I have all that paperwork sitting in files, and every one of these women had to sign their life away, so to speak. So yeah, everything is, and I mean, I have another video that is almost done. I'm working with a partner, and I have some personalities in it. Bobby Rydell is in this one.
Oh, wow.
And so when I went to Bobby Rydell to talk to him about doing this, I said, by the way, I'll need you to, and I was surprised. The guy who's in, the music industry, you would think understood it very well. I had to kind of talk him through it a little bit, and he finally did sign it. So I absolutely, everything has to be legally done and signed, sealed.
Where does he live, by the way?
He lives in Ballackinwood.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, very close.
Oh.
Yeah. So that one, again, festivals, and that I'd love to share sometime too. It's quite an amazing story. A friend of mine and I, as professional photographers years ago, worked in Wildwood, New Jersey. And then years later, we realized there's a story there, and we did a so it's a documentary on Wildwood.
Oh, wow.
A little tongue-in-cheek and fun. It's not that serious a piece, but it's fun.
Well, thank you for joining us, Ken.
Oh.
And
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to have finally made it. Like I said earlier, I've been trying to get in every Tuesdays at 7 o'clock are a little
Yeah,
difficult.
it's hard. It is hard. It is tough.
Yeah. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Sure.
okay, Kim, do you want to?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Did you say me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you did say Kim. Okay. All right. Put on my other glasses.
Bob, I have something too,
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but except I can't see it. Okay, here we go. Okay. So let me tell you what this is. I'm going to show you the photo in a minute. Now, you know, Mike and Sarah, right? Mike always has witty titles, but this is not a witty title. It's just simply entitled Car Park. And I'll show you why in the photo.
Wow.
Ah, yes.
Interesting.
So,
Wow.
Car Park, abstract. Now, I did this in December of 2019, before the pandemic, while I was in Philadelphia, okay? So, next one, I don't have a photo to show you because, again, that was done in 2019 in October in Tel Aviv, and I didn't know there was going to be a pandemic and I'd have to save my photos. So this one is called Nice Piece of Skirt, and I will tell you why it has that title. This is actually a skirt on a rack.
Ah,
Rack in a what they call in Israel shuk, S-O-U-K. We call it something else, but they call
looks
it.
like a futuristic building.
No, it's actually
No.
a piece of skirt on a rack. Now, I just wanted to say a few words about that title, Nice Piece of Skirt, because in America, if construction workers want to, you know, get the attention of a lady, they whistle. But in England, the Cockneys yell, "Hey, that's a nice piece of skirt." So that's where the title comes from.
Right.
That's not sexist at all.
Well, no, but remember, this is before women were woke.
Oh,
This is like, we're talking now 50 years ago,
okay. Yes,
okay?
yes.
So I'm sure they don't do that now.
No.
Oh, I'm sure they don't.
That's when they used to
Well,
go,
they probably say to each other, "That's a nice piece of skirt."
that's when they used to go quill hunting.
Yes.
Okay.
Very nice. Very nice. Strong. I love
Well,
it.
I don't want to ruin the atmosphere by showing you my attempt at Franco Fontana because it isn't finished. But what the
Ah.
heck?
Yeah,
What the
but
heck?
Anyhow.
I'll show you what I have so far.
Yeah.
Again, what I'm trying to do is work with planes of color. And what I have isn't quite done yet because, you know, there's one of the things that it's just boring. So let's see if I have the right one, because I seem to have two and I just hope I get the right one on. And then I'll show you the original of what I'm trying to do.
oh, great.
Now, let me just show you what the whole scene is. That's what I took.
Mm.
And you see that green patch? That's not grass.
Is that
That's
right?
algae on a pond.
Yes.
Green, I
Mhm.
call it green pond because it is really a green pond.
Yeah.
And it's up the road from me. It's up the road going to the farm, so it belongs to the farm.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to show it as that. I wanted to make it into a Franco Fontana. So I tried to get, you know, planes. And I know it's very small and I don't know why it's so small. I really don't, because I don't know why it's small. I mean, why would something suddenly get so small? But it is. So I'm going to make it big, of course, but it's just basically I'm trying to work with this and make it into a
Yeah.
Franco Fontana.
Cool.
But I'm going to be making this more angular. See, I just patched it in today because I ran out of time because I got a phone call and I had to spend time on that. It was important. And so I'm going to make this more interesting and of course make it bigger. But basically this is what Franco Fontana does actually. And you know, we talked about him a couple of weeks ago. So that's it. I'm actually done now. So
Very nice.
thank you.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let me get back
Going.
to
good for you.
Hey, thank you very much. Let me get back to Zoom. Okay, back.
Yeah, we showed Franco Fontana's website a while ago, if you're not familiar.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I'm not that familiar with him, so
No, I mean, no one is. It's just I happened to see him on, you know, Google gives me news in the morning and now they know I like art. I get artsy and this and that. And I saw this Franco Fontana and I just kind of was really kind of taken with him. And next week, if I can, I'm going to show you another guy called Guy Yanai, an Israeli artist. And the reason he's interests me is because he doesn't do landscapes, he does houses in patches of color. Now, obviously, I can't, he's an acrylic artist. I can't ship things like he can. But I'm trying to do some, you know, some houses and things in his style. So that will be next week if I can finish it.
And I have Franco Fontana on my share screen, so let me show
Oh,
you.
great, great.
Oh,
Then,
good, good,
yeah,
good.
people who weren't there that day.
Oh, yeah. I do.
You see what I'm trying to do?
Yes, I recognize them now. Yeah.
Oh, well, see, I'm trying to do that because we have lots of landscapes, and I've usually done them as landscapes, but not,
Mhm.
as abstract.
Well, I was going to say I love the initial photograph. Also, it's quite nice, very pretty, very nicely composed. I like it.
Hey, thank you, thank you.
Beautiful.
Ted, do you want to,
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Okay.
we've seen the brilliance of your lights.
One second. All right.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
I like the colors here. They're really smashing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
Thank you. I just wanted to share these because I'm trying to, I've done about 40 or 50 of these. Now I'm trying to pull out the ones that I really want to continue working with or I might be interested in printing. So these are just 6 that I pulled out. So I just thought I'd share them with you.
Study in magenta.
I like that. I like
Ooh,
that too.
wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
There. Is that big enough? Are they big enough?
Oh yeah.
You could make them slightly
Bigger.
bigger,
Yeah.
but they're big enough.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's cool.
Very nice.
Is I try so much to make my work more simple, but always end up being more complex. I guess it's my nature.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice. That's a nice
Wow.
combination.
But
Very
I
nice.
like how they work on the screen.
That combination of colors really works well. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks. And
Oh,
kind of a blue moody piece.
Very nice.
One last piece I'd like to share with Jane. This is a
I'm here.
photograph that Janice took at an opening of my work. And I think it's
Oh.
Jane.
Oh, Jane, here you are.
I think that's Jane.
Oh, it is Jane.
How nice.
I thought that was so cool.
that's a
Yeah,
great.
it's cool.
Yeah.
It is cool because she's wearing the sweater that's in your shop, really.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yes.
All right. Well, I don't know how to get out of here, but
Jane, was that accidentally coordinated or did you plan on wearing that? Because it,
I don't even remember that. I don't remember that sweater. It
Yeah.
looks like I'm looking at that picture going, I want to be just like that.
You wanted to be a piece of art. Right?
Yeah.
there you are. There you are. A piece of art, exactly.
Mm.
Well, of course, no one can compete with Janice tonight, being in that ethereal frame. She's now back to Earth, so.
Our little angel.
Susan,
Oh, yeah.
do you want to share your webpage?
Sure. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, golly. Here it is. She thinks. Here it is. Share screen, right? Share screen and this. I'm gonna have to bring up my website. Sorry, guys.
Do you recognize that Ted is also a member of the same apartment? Lives in 2101?
Oh no, really? All right.
Wow, you all live in the same building?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I see you there a lot. That's right. We just never met. That's fine.
I am relatively new here. Relatively new. Oh,
Oh, look
No,
at
welcome.
that.
Right.
very nice.
Oh,
I like your last name. I really like your last name.
yeah.
Me too.
There's new stuff. This is quite a bit of new
Yeah.
stuff.
I actually have more, but I only update my website maybe once a week. So I've been working. These fall colors are crazy. Has anybody been out there driving
Yeah, I have.
around?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
It is gorgeous.
It's beautiful. And on these low gray days, the colors really pop.
Mm.
So I,
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, Susan.
you don't think so?
Well, no, I'm a sun person, so you're the wrong person to talk about gray days being wonderful.
Well, I know what you mean. I like the sun, but there's a very interesting ambient color thing going on when the background is middle tone and then you get these high cadmium colors. And anybody else feel that way?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a photography, it's supposed to be a photography thing, or so I'm told by photographers, that when you have an overcast sky, you can get, I don't know, more consistent, what is it, contrast, something like that.
Less
But
harsh
it's just-
shadows.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, I'm glad to hear you say that because there are two kinds of skies I like, which is one is a blue sky or blue sky with clouds, and the other is storm clouds. So if it's an overcast day, I just no. But thank you for making me see that there's something good about it.
Mm.
I shall try and adjust myself.
Susan, are these all the same size?
These are all, the ones on the top row are 9 by 12.
Wow.
That's a good size.
Yeah.
I'm pretty,
And they're all acrylics, right? Right, Susan?
yeah, they are.
So these are not photographs, these are acrylic paintings.
Yes,
Wow, you have a huge output.
Do you do them on site?
I do.
In
I
a
did
car.
2 today. I paint a lot.
Yeah.
I really love the ones with the geometrics, the buildings in them.
Yeah, I
think
do too. I agree.
Yeah.
I do too. I see that too. I do too.
the contrast between the
Yeah.
organic and the geometric is really quite
Yep.
nice. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, I think.
How long do you take to do one piece?
Oh, they're probably an hour
Okay.
a piece.
Really? You're
Yeah.
a fast worker.
That's quick.
Yeah.
That's very fast.
Was it you who said you work out of your car or in your car?
Yeah.
I do. I work in my car. I have a paint box, a lidded box,
Yeah.
and the palette is in my lap, and the painting is in the top of it.
Cool.
And
Wow.
then, yeah, it works. It really works well. You
Yeah.
guys should try it sometimes.
Okay.
It's good to be in a car in this pandemic.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, your bubble.
That's a good point.
Well, that's if you have a car.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Look at the yellow sky in the bottom right one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, a couple more.
Yeah.
Couple more.
Oh, I really love that one
Yeah.
on the with the car and right in the. Yeah, that's very nice. I love the fulcrum idea of that. Yeah. Speaking of cars.
I like that one. I like the one with the house.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
one, that one, that one, that one,
Yes, me too.
that one.
Yeah.
I
Me
put that
too.
in
And the sky too, the sky one too, yeah.
I
And
put
the
that-
one,
Whoops.
all right.
I like the Google sign.
Okay. Susan
I'll
can-
log you off, Susan.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
Susan, thank you.
Very, very nice. Beautiful.
Very good.
Yeah, lovely.
Very
work.
nice.
Janice, do you want to go?
Okay. I didn't know what to show, so I'm going back in time when I was doing still lifes, and I'm a little bit shy in front of Kenneth because you're a professional and I'm not. So anyway, just let's see. Now I can't find it. Oh shit! Why? Why, Bob? Why?
If you hit share screen
Yeah.
and you're given a choice of all the screens, is
Yeah,
one
but-
of the screens the one you want?
Mine isn't up there now, and it was.
Okay, you may have to exit, you may have to, Alt Tab out of Zoom and then go set up your display screen.
Okay.
Can I just make a comment about Janice's still lifes? Janice, when I first joined the share group, you had a still life. You had a couple of still lifes when I
Right.
first joined. And so I was inspired to put some stuff together so that I could photograph a still life. And honestly, I had no idea how difficult it was to arrange things. You know, I'm a photographer. I don't know. I mean, you know, I take photographs. And to actually arrange things, I didn't know it was that hard, Janice. And I haven't actually made what I did into anything artistic because I'm not sure it looks that good.
Hmm.
But
So
that's,
I
but that's
was absolutely amazed at how
you're
difficult
probably
it is.
too self-critical.
No. And Jesse Vandenberg, that's what he does is still lifes. And
Mhm.
I'm going to tell him, I said, geez, Jesse, I had no idea how difficult it was to arrange things in an artistic way.
Better look at some Edward Weston peppers. It'll simplify it for you, but they're still difficult.
Yeah, it is very difficult. I've done the pepper thing, by the way.
Bob, I don't know how to do this. I'm
All right.
sorry.
Well, let's go to Andy. Did you want to do your video? And I'll
Yeah,
turn around
okay.
to help Janice.
All right. You ready to watch my mother try and sell you a book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I asked that last week, but I'll be happy to see.
Well, this is the final version.
Okay.
I've done all the graphics in this.
Cool.
All right.
So
Zipper
I'm really
book,
just
zipper book.
kind of showing what I can do with After Effects, because I've taken a lot of online courses in After Effects, and now
Wow.
I've been watching a lot of
He's
ads
not
on
on now.
TV.
Okay, so why don't you open up Photoshop?
Mute, Janice, mute.
Hi, Bob.
Sorry, Andy.
yeah, mute
That's all
that.
right. It's the IT department. She's muted. Okay. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of commercials, especially like the political ads where you see text flying around the screen and doing different things and going, wow, that's neat. I'm going to use that. So if any of these look familiar, that's where it's from. But anyway, here's my mother trying to sell you a book.
All right.
Everybody see it?
Yes.
Deb?
Have I got news for you? You've been sewing maybe, and you've had trouble setting zippers. Maybe you've given up. You can't put the zippers in. What on earth is the matter? In the industry, sample makers can set 500 zippers a day. 500! They must know something that everyone else doesn't know, right? Right. But now you can find out what they know, and you can use this to solve your zipper problems. And here it is. On my website, you can buy this little booklet for $19.95. You download it, and it shows you all the secrets you need to know so that you can set zippers often in 5 minutes or less. And here's the zippers that you can learn how to set. The first zipper in the book is the lap hand prick zipper. Lined, finished across the top. You make it a little sample like this. Notice that this one is even cut to match. You first make it in paper like this so that you see how these patterns go together. This is the inside of the garment. This is the outside of the garment. Then you learn how to set it in a curved seam. If you want to set it in a side seam, you need to know how to do that. Once you've learned this is a piece of cake. Every step is diagrammed. Every step has been classroom tested with women just like you, and men as well, by the way. All right, so that's the first zipper. The second zipper set is the invisible zipper set. And here this is. See the back? It shows you how to line it, how to finish it across the top. Again, you first make it in mock-up in paper. We have made a video of that, which you can look at on YouTube. And it's been televised. I've got a secret to tell you about fly zippers. Many people don't know this, but there are 3 zipper sets where you set the zipper first and then you sew the seam. We all know that the invisible zipper is set that way, but did you know that both the right lap and the left lap fly zippers are first set and then the seam is sewn?
No.
That's true. To make any of these zippers I'm showing you, including the invisible zipper, you only need a basic zipper foot. You can set all these zippers with these feet. You do not need anything special other than that. And you will see exactly how the industry does it. You can set the right zipper. That's the third zipper in the book. The fourth zipper in the book is the left lap zipper. So you can do it either way. And then we get on to the industrial zipper. This is the railroad zipper. And it's called a railroad because if you open it up, you can see the railroad tracks. See that? There they are. So this is a centered zipper. This is the front, and this is the back, and you can see the lining, and it's finished across here. What the industry does is set the zipper first, and they leave this open so they can shoulder later. All right? You first set your zippers, or as soon as you possibly can, in making a garment. You would first, of course, make it in mock-up so you understand how the patterns fit together before you actually put it in the garment. And finally, we have the lapped industrial zipper. Here it is. And again, you have the patterns so that you can make a mock-up of the patterns and see how it all fits together. And here you make a mock-up in fabric. You can see that it's lined, and again, it's finished around the neck. Notice that it has a hook and a loop there. The railroad zipper also has a hook, metal loop, and you can buy the little book for just $19.95. You download it, and you have all that information, and your zipper problems are solved. Thank you for watching. We're going to have more videos with more information from the industry. We're looking forward to seeing you again. My son's behind the camera. I'm in front of it. We're filming in my studio here in my home, where I sew and write my books. Bye for now.
Bye.
Very nice.
Nice
Very
graphics.
nice.
Yeah, I saw the
I'm
graphics are
convinced.
great. Yeah.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Nice
That was
graphic.
about
Yeah,
4 minutes, was that? I
4.5 minutes. It's about as far down as I could get it. So
Seems
it's a
longer.
little bit. Oh, it feels longer? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
yeah. I thought it was longer than that. Yeah.
and the drawings, there are a lot of good, like, textbook architectural drawing
Yeah.
drawings.
Yeah, she does those. That's all bits from her book.
Wow.
Really?
Hmm.
Which program are you using to bring in? Is that in, do you use Premiere, I assume? Or what do you?
Yeah, I use Premiere and I use After Effects
After
together. I
Right.
bit the bullet about a year ago and started paying the Adobe fees.
Oh, of
So
course,
I've got everything Adobe,
Yeah.
which it turns out is worth it. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
what I really was surprised by is that it also gives you a whole lot of fonts. Like you can go in, they've got hundreds of fonts. You pick the ones that you want, and it just shows up.
Hmm.
And it's, and now I've started using Audition, Adobe Audition, which
Oh,
is an
yeah.
audio program,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
does amazing things that the other programs don't do. And that's Adobe as well. And it's just nice to just have access to all of these things.
Hmm.
So it's pricey, but I mean, the way I figure it back in the 90s, you pay $500, you get a disc, and you own that disc. But now you pay $600 a year, and you get Adobe everything, unlimited, and it's all the most recent versions. So it's working out.
Yeah, I've
You
used
can
them
get
for
around
years.
it,
Yeah.
go for it. But
Yeah.
it's a pain in the neck, but it's.
But that I was asking because I've tried to. I mean, I've used the in-house Premiere graphics, but I haven't gotten to do that kind of thing, which I like. So I didn't realize which program that you would use for that. I assume you can do some of that in Premiere generically, but if you go out to After Effects, you have all the all the great stuff
Yeah.
that you can do. Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of overlapping in all the Adobe programs. Like in Photoshop, you can do a little bit of Illustrator stuff.
Right, right.
And
Cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Andy. Jane, did you have something?
Yes. So I didn't know that I would be doing my note cards so quickly, but the people that are going to get them, we're getting together with them tomorrow. So I wanted to do it. I did a painting and I'm making note cards from it.
Love it, love
That
The
looks
painting,
great.
this is a note card. So first I cut out the pictures. These are two photographs, cut the same, and it's on the 8.5 by 11 piece of paper that's going to be cut in half. So
Yeah, two
see,
cards.
I write the
Right,
it.
right, right, right.
title on it.
Good, 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 Jane.
And then I copy it, which is very tricky. There's a lot of ones that don't turn out right because at FedEx, I do it at FedEx. You have to, the paper just doesn't come through the same way all the time, but
Hmm.
it's my challenge. And so then after you do it, they cut them in half for you.
Oh,
And then you fold it
yeah,
and you have your little note cards.
that's fantastic.
Very nice.
And one reason I do it this way, you can buy envelopes that are the exact correct size.
Where can you buy the
Staples.
envelopes?
Staples,
You can just buy envelopes?
a
Mm.
box of envelopes. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's a
Staples-
store. Yeah, you pay them
I
money.
know you can buy
I-
boxes of envelopes for bills.
I hear you can buy staples there also.
Yeah.
Also by the box.
Right, right.
Yeah, I think this size is made just for this idea.
It is, yeah.
And it's half a sheet of paper.
Very good.
Then I package them up in a little bundle.
Oh my
All
God.
right. Oh, that's nice. Very
What's the
Yeah.
binder? What's the,
It's a piece of ribbon that has,
can you hold it closer? Up. Okay, cool.
it has some wire in it.
Mm.
I actually was going to make a bow, but this I cut too short, but I like it.
Yeah,
I like it,
That's
the
nice.
little
Yeah.
jiggly thing.
yeah.
It's reminiscent of the waves.
There you go.
References. The
Yes.
inner references.
Right. So that's all for today.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah,
Yes,
really
like
nice.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Over 4 weeks, we watched the development of that painting, and
Yes.
now this note card is the
Yeah,
final.
that's beautiful. Beautiful.
Terrific. Oh, I love to see the end result.
Do you send one to each of us or what? What's the story?
I sure will.
Janice, are you set?
Right, okay. Let's see.
I unfortunately going to have to leave in a minute, but I want to see Janice's work before I go.
Oh, really
I'll go
nice.
fast.
Oh,
Okay, well, like I said, I'm an amateur, so don't be too critical.
I like the colors. Janice, I really like, oh my God.
oh, beautiful. Very,
Yeah,
beautiful.
that
Oh,
is
no.
gorgeous.
Wow.
Very nice.
Janice, you're going too fast. You're going too
Oh,
fast.
you're going, yeah. I like that. Oh,
Oh, no.
I can say it before she's onto something else. Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. I like that one a
Wonderful.
lot.
You stop there for a second?
That's a
Wow.
beauty.
Cool. Is that the plate that you had turned blue later on?
No,
Oh,
no, these are the exact colors, and I haven't used Photoshop to enhance them
Oh,
at
okay.
all.
Looks great. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know how you get those colors like that cloth.
it's so great that you've got the quality in this that you also have in your paintings.
Thank
The
you.
color scheme.
Hmm.
I mean, like if I didn't know who did this, I'd say Janice did that.
Oh,
It just looks like, it just looks like one of your works.
thank you.
Janice, that just goes to the point I was trying to make. It's really, really hard to come up with stuff like this.
Yep. Yeah. I love that. Your sense of color. I haven't seen your paintings yet, but I'd love to. I love
Yeah.
the sense of color.
Yeah, she
Thank
does. She
you.
has
And
amazing.
you could turn an eye cup into a beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, how about that?
Here's the thing, I didn't limit myself on what's usual. And, you know, I just took shapes and colors and,
Yeah, it's
you know,
beautiful.
this is
Well,
this is
maybe
a
that's the
win.
secret. Maybe that's the secret. You just have to let your mind roam free and not
Yeah.
be constrained.
Yes, Kim, I think that's it, really.
Okay,
Nice. Very
nice, yeah.
Looks like the beach. It's really,
Yeah.
It is very beachy.
it's like a
yeah.
sand dollar and
It is very beachy.
Yeah.
like
And the
where
flowers
the
of the
tide.
waves.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
Oh,
Look at that.
wow.
This one, I sharpened a little bit too much.
Nice purples. Yeah.
Wow.
Are these all your possessions, Janice? Are these things you have lying around the house?
Yeah,
Wow. Well, I guess
they are.
that's the difference. That's the
I'm coming over, Janice. I want to see them.
Yeah, well, see, that's the difference between you and me. I don't have that good stuff.
Ah. See,
I'm going to
I
say goodbye to everybody. I got to go. I'll see you next time. Wonderful.
Okay,
I
nice
love
to
it.
see you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you
Nice
again.
to
Bye-bye.
meet you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, well, I like colored glass, and so you know, I have lots of things, and you know, I've been thinking of downsizing, but then when it comes to having things on hand to work with, that's another question.
Yeah.
That might be it. Oh, this is the last one.
Ooh.
That's beautiful.
Wow. I don't know how you do this stuff. I'm telling you.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
It really looks like a painting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. It does. Janice, it's brain scan time. We got to send you through the PET scan to see what is happening in that brain.
Aha. Yeah, wouldn't that be
I don't care what
fun?
anybody says.
That would, that would be fun for all of us. Okay, bye-bye.
Wow.
All right.
Well, that was really extraordinary, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never
Make
think of
a-
putting all that stuff together. I just did it. I just put that one thing together and it was horrible.
Most of us wouldn't even think of it.
No, most of us would never think of it.
Mhm.
And I don't even have those beautiful things in my house, quite frankly.
It would make a great gallery show, just as it is, to have those framed and hanging up, just because they're so consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you could. You could.
I could.
You
Maybe-
could. That would be a very good theme, actually, quite frankly, Janice.
Yes, thank you. Maybe,
So-
maybe I'll do it in
we're gonna
Bob
do it.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yes,
maybe.
yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you should get it for sure in the Bob Jackson, for sure, absolutely.
Hey, Bob,
Yeah.
you're talking about trying to loosen some money up. We should get some really good lighting down in that basement, you know, some
Oh, they
serious-
are.
They're working on
They
it.
are.
Yeah.
Yes. Mike has talked to the electrician and taken him down. And so
Oh,
they have it all mapped out what they're
Wow.
going to do.
I think that's a very good start, is the Bob Jackson. And then, you know, you got to get some gallery space for that stuff because it's so unique, so unique.
Well, you know how it is now.
Well, it's a pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So we can't do it. That's true.
Okay, last one up is me. It's a little bit before 8. So let me go through this quick. This is one of my dingbat pictures. That is the green thing in the center is a African ornament dingbat. But lately, I've just been fascinated by this stuff that's happening on the frame.
Mhm.
I'm loving that. This
Oh, that's
is
interesting.
old 1920s catalog, and I've always been fascinated by how catalog artists depict glass. You know, they always put these little rectangles on the glass, and so that's a.
Hey, Bob, did they give a price for those mirrors? How much they cost?
Oh,
Like
yeah, they're nothing. They're
$5
like
or-
$7.99.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
This is from a 1950s Disney artist who put together a thing of Treasure Island.
Ah.
And there's
Wow.
Jimmy Hawkins or whatever his name is, and there's
Blind Pew.
Thank you, Blind Pew. And
All
again,
right.
I'm really fascinated by what's happening on the framing on these. And this is kind of like, in my opinion, the most romantic. I went for beauty.
That's beautiful.
This is the Canadian collection uploaded a bunch of 1914, bunch of old books from an expedition funded by Wanamaker. You know, Wanamaker, the real estate guy. He funded 2 photographic explorations to catch the Indians, who were, quote, a vanishing race at the time.
Yeah.
That's,
Wow.
I don't like that one. Here's a map of Indian tribes that I did, which is more for history's sake. And this is my final thing. This was I do a lot with interfering patterns, but this was interfering too much.
I think so, yeah.
So I went and redid it.
Ah, there you
I
go.
took the woman in the Viking prow, and I think that was nice. And then I took the Japanese poem, and that was nice. So separating them, I think, kind of worked for me.
Cool.
And it means that there's a limit to how much you can combine patterns.
Background's really nice on that, the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is good to find your limit, and then you can back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And you can push the limit, but you got to find your limit.
this is the limit. This is just too much.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it. And it's coming up to 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Let me take a quick look at what's happening. Oh, Susan's here.
Hi.
Hi, Susan.
Yeah, very late.
Do you want to take us through what's happening in the Plastic Club?
On this Sunday, we have our opening salon for the current show. You probably all know that, right? It's from
Local
1 to 3.
inspiration.
Yeah.
From 1 to 3, so you're all invited. That's about it.
Okay, let me show the webpage. The webpage is looking strong. No, that's Franco Fontana. This is the local inspiration
Oh, yeah.
exhibit.
Nice. Okay.
And several people are on this from us. Here's Sarah.
Where's Sarah?
I know.
Yeah,
Love
not
Where's Sarah?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
I'm on there, Bob.
Who's
yeah.
on there?
I'm
This
on
is
there.
me.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
That's a
see
nice
that.
piece.
Love that.
No, I didn't. I saw Genesis, but I didn't see.
Janice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
And Michael Gwynn
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
up
there's
here.
there's
this
and
is
Jane.
Hey,
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm Susan. Susan Kenny.
Where's Susan?
where's Susan? Where's
Go up, Bob. Isn't
Oh,
that?
yes.
Oh, that's the
Look
one I
familiar.
like. Oh my God, that's
We
the
were just
one.
talking about that.
That's the
Yes.
one we liked.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one I chose. Oh my God.
And there's a Mike.
Yeah, there's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God. Okay, there's
There's
Mike.
Mick.
Mick.
Mick. Sorry, Mick.
And
There's
this
mine.
is an unusual.
Oh
set.
yeah. That's very unusual. Yeah, I saw that. I noticed that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's and there's going to be a talk on that.
Yeah.
So that's
Cool.
it.
Here.
Anything else? I
No?
told them about the tax thing.
Oh,
Susan.
great. Great.
Congratulations.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? I cannot tell you what a weight it is. Off our
I
shoulders.
believe it. I don't know how you guys survived the stress, quite
Yeah,
frankly.
it's been 2 years, and
2 years.
it's almost 2 years of a lot of work.
What a
So-
terrible, terrible thing to have done to the Plastic Club and all the other nonprofits that have worked so hard
Really.
for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Well, I
All right,
hope,
well, it's
okay,
8:05.
good to see everybody.
Yep.
Good to see you.
See you.
And we had someone new
All right.
tonight too.
Bye.
It was very interesting.
Oh, good. Who's that?
Ken Kaufman, who did these very photographs of women and their tattoos.
Yeah, but Susan wouldn't know Ken Kaufman.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
how did he come to us?
They're all in the same building, it turns out.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a very incestuous thing going on here, Susan. You should look
And
into
whose building?
investigate.
Bob, your building?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Bob.
Oh, that's great. Oh, super. Okay,
Well,
maybe I'll meet Ken next time.
I'm not in your building, Bob.
All right. Good night.